Seeing these old photos of Dad's and thinking they are recognisable spots, yeah, just to see if I could recreate them, because a few of Dad's photos I thought might be able to find those. Dad told stories about the tram, going on the tram from central Hiroshima to Eugene many times, and I could see that this bend in the tram track was still there, so therefore I had a point of reference for Eugene, and that was where he was based first and where he took a lot of photos from, the ones up high looking back towards Hiroshima. So at Eugene it was only partial devastation. There were timber buildings that still stood. They had no windows, that was like their barracks. But looking back from there towards the total devastation was only a matter of a few hundred metres, and there's photos looking out over the top of that devastation.
I took photos a lot of the time, I think. I've still got lots of photos. I was able to take them while I was working, because I think I've got photos of the car that I drove. For most of my time in Japan, I was the commanding officer's driver, and my 1942 Chev Special Deluxe, I think it was. I still remember that because it was a very modern car then.
It sparks some memories for him, and I can remind him of some of the stories he's told me over the years, and he's still can give me some fresh snippets of information. The tree with the bridge in the background, that was amazing. The fact that the tree was still there, that was a complete shock. When we arrived there, I happened to show the photo to our taxi driver, who spoke virtually no English and we spoke no Japanese, and he said, "The tree is a famous tree, it's still there." I found that and got the photo. That was amazing. A lot of the stories at the time, I suppose, sounded like, tall tales and so exciting. And as you get older, you start to realise that he wasn't much more than a boy. And the fact that he drove through the middle of Tokyo in the virtually deserted streets because there were so few vehicles, but then having to get out of the way for General MacArthur, who was the Supreme Allied Commander, driving through Tokyo with great pomp and ceremony with a big entourage.
Mostly, the things that I remember mostly is the destruction, the destroyed buildings and all that.
He was there for an Anzac Day parade, only the second Anzac Day parade after the end of the war, and he was involved in this parade on the plaza in front of the Emperor's Palace, a place I wandered around and thought back about Dad and his mates being there on Anzac Day.